Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that Celtics Game 3 win was very impressive because it was the exact situation we wanted them to be in all playoffs. And it was the exact same situation we wondered if they could overcome, because for the entirety of these playoffs, it's been all about how Boston's had such an easy run, they haven't been tested. Is it a bad thing that they haven't necessarily been tested? Obviously, they lose Game 2 against Miami, and they lose Game 2 against Cleveland, but I don't think anyone was sounding any sort of alarms after those games because they were on the backs of two historically great three-point shooting nights from Miami and Cleveland. Miami didn't have Jimmy Butler. Donovan Mitchell wound up missing the rest of the series, so nobody was really concerned about those losses. Whereas this game, yeah, you're up 2-0, but you lose this game. Now Indy has a chance to tie the series at home. You're down 18, and so this is it. This is a big test. It's, can you overcome a double-digit deficit on the road in a hostile environment where, yes, Indiana obviously doesn't have Tyrese Halliburton, so that makes things easier, but everyone on that team is still playing insanely well. Andrew Nembhard is having the game of his life. TJ McConnell is stepping up. Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, all those guys, like, the game is just in their favor, and it looks like the script is being written in their favor. Can you overcome that? And to Boston's credit, they did, okay? Jason Tatum with an efficient 36, 10, and 8. Not that anyone cares until he wins a championship. Jaylen Brown at 24. Al Horford, 7 of 12 on threes for 23 points. And Jrue Holiday, as always, comes up with that key steal at the end of the game where Indiana's trying to go for the win. He comes up with the steal and hits those 2 free throws. Like, it was just, this is the kind of game. It's exactly the kind of game that you wanted them to win, that if they lost, you would have clowned them. But they overcame it, and they won it. And that's the stuff you want to see from a team that you're thinking can compete for a championship. You want to see them overcome those hardships, that to overcome those challenges, to be battle tested, to be ready for those kinds of situations you're going to be in. They haven't been in those situations so far in these playoffs. That's not necessarily their fault, / it's not their fault at all. You play who's in front of you, and if it's an easier road, so be it. And Indiana's still obviously an easier team than your average conference finals opponent. But that being said, to again overcome a nearly 20-point second half deficit in, a hostile environment like Indiana. Indiana's a great crowd, and the Pacers are playing so well, even without Tyrese Halliburton. It's not making so much sense. Those are the kind of games champions win. They overcome that to win. And the Celtics did it, and it was really impressive for that reason. And it makes you, if you had any whatever questions you had about the Celtics, mentality, I've certainly questioned their mental toughness. And, if you punch them in the mouth, how are they going to respond? This game definitely helped answer some of those questions of, okay, what happens when they're down? What happens when they get punched in the mouth? Can they respond? Can they overcome it? And they did. And now they're 1 win away from the finals because of it.